Richard, what did you see as the significance of that shot?
Well, I was always told and taught very young, there are players that don't want those shots. There are players that want those shots, and there are players that can make those shots. Though there are three different types of players. And so you watch Anthony Davis, and I remember I was at that game. I was doing the Brooklyn Laker game, and even Kevin Durant's face was just like, oh, he's going to make this. So to get that exact same shot in the exact same spot at a much higher level shows you that he's mentally starting to figure it out. He doesn't let past failures, mess with him. He's like, I'm going to have another opportunity, and when I get that second opportunity, I'm going to knock it down. So I don't want to say without that failure in the Nets game, would he have been successful here? No, but his thought process starts to change of like, yo, I'm going to be in these moments. Start to slow your heart rate down, start to slow your breathing down, start to zero in, start to focus. And so I think in that moment, we started to see the growth of Anthony Davis.
Look, it's all about muscle memory, right? You make that shot once and you have that memory in your muscles and in your brain and in your heart that you can do it again. And I think even I know we don't want to dissect what happened on the defensive end of that, where Mason Plumlee runs into LeBron and Jeremy Grant is looking at it like, should I switch? Should I not? But it's so metaphoric for exactly what just happened for the Lakers and for Anthony Davis and LeBron James and their relationship. LeBron James didn't do anything. He's just standing there. He didn't set a pick. He didn't make a move to make a shot. But he's so important to what the Lakers do, and they're so focused on LeBron James. They forgot Anthony Davis is out there about to hit the game-winning shot. And I think that's a reminder, and it was a huge confidence boost to Anthony Davis. Like LeBron might be the point guard. He might have finished second in the MVP voting, but you are the future of this team, and they're not going to win by just LeBron carrying them there. LeBron has to teach Anthony Davis how to win, and I think that was a big lesson last night. And now he feels that. Now he knows that next time that shot comes up.
Yeah, and look, Ramona mentioned it, the defensive breakdown. Richard, I know you've been itching to talk about this. Please discuss what happened defensively for the Nuggets there.
Well, look, everybody's talking about Mason Plumlee, but when coaches draw up plays, they draw them up a lot of times to cause confusion. And so when you watch Mason Plumlee in that spot, you see him pointing to Grant very, very early. Because if Mason Plumlee tries to go underneath the screen, he's got to sprint to underneath Brown. Jeremy Grant could get the steal. If you look at this, if Jeremy Grant, and what they say to basketball all the time, if there is no screen, then there is no defensive scheme. So no screen, no scheme. So if Jeremy Grant would have ran out at that moment, he would have had a steal. But you see these guys communicating. He's like, we're going to switch everything. But he can't switch at the level, or else Bron gets to drive down for a layup and a back cut. That's why Rondo wants it. So he's got to go underneath. And look, at the end of the day, he hit this over a 6'11" person, and it was contested with a coach right behind you in front of the Nuggets bench. So I don't want to hear any of this. What was Mason Plumlee doing? Mason Plumlee ideally was doing what he is supposed to do in that moment. That means go underneath. Now, the other part about it is if he doesn't switch, then all of a sudden you have Bron. That's why coaches draw up those plays to cause confusion, and it was a great one.
Ramona, I was talking before about just Anthony Davis wanting these moments so badly. He said this was the biggest shot of his life. Where do you think it ranks for you in terms of what you've seen him do?
I think for him, because of the stage, because he wanted to be there. And let's go back to them wearing their Kobe jerseys. I'm always thinking about Kobe talking about, who was going to be the next standard bearer of this franchise, right? They would always go pursue free agents, whether it was Dwight Howard or Carmelo Anthony, and they wouldn't get them. And Kobe's response was always the same, is we shouldn't have to recruit you to the Lakers. The guy who's going to be at the face of the Lakers is going to want to be here. I shouldn't have to even pitch you. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. You have to want to be here, and you have to want to be in those moments. LeBron James wanted that moment. Anthony Davis wanted that moment. They wanted to be there. And Kobe's right. Like the person who takes on the face of the franchise for the Lakers, he's got to want to be that and everything that comes with it.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.